All right, Miss Gianna, here goes part 2, our after recess work. Okay, so can you tell me what two numbers go together to make 9?
8 and 1.
8 and 1.
Could it be subtracting too?
Why don't you try adding first? And then you can talk to me about subtracting.
1 and 8.
1 and 8. Okay, can you think of a different combination where you're not using those numerals?
2 and 7.
2 and 7. Now, I saw you doing some things with your fingers. You were kind of going like this. Can you explain what you were doing? Can you show me again?
So I just picked a random number. Then
Okay.
That was 2, and I went 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 until I got to the number 9.
Oh, okay. So like before, you picked a random number, you knew it had to be in that combination, and then you counted up until you got to 9? Okay, that's great. So now I'm going to tell you a number story, and you tell me the answer, okay? I have 10. I wish I had 18. How many do you think I would need?
8.
How'd you know that? That was a pretty quickie one for you.
Because you wanted 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I know the way to get to 18, which you have 10. So you have 10, then you add on 8.
So it's almost like that was a known fact for you.
Yeah.
Like you were automatic, you just
I
absolutely
already
knew
have
that.
that in my brain.
You have it in your brain? That's good. Okay, so if I have 7, but I wish I had 20,
Oh, wow.
yeah, what would you need?
Usually, if it was like 4 or 17, I would know that the 4 would be in the teens because it's the number that we're adding on is the teens. And then I would just count on 7 and that'll give me the answer for this one. I don't know.
So if 4 were in the teens, you'd count on and get the answer?
No,
Is that what
I
you
would
just
count
said?
on 7. So
You would
the
count
4
on 7?
The 4 would be in the teens, and then I would count on 7 to
Okay.
add 2.
Okay, but I don't. I have 7. So what are you going to do to solve that problem?
Wait, he wants 20?
Yeah.
Wait, I think it's 20.
You think it's 20?
No.
No? So I'm going to, let me tell you what it is again. Okay, so I have 7, and I want 20.
Okay.
And then this is what I saw you doing under the table. I saw you going like this. And I saw you put out 3 fingers and stop. What were you doing when you were doing that?
Because when I did 7, 8, 9, 10, I got to a 10.
Why is it important to get to a 10?
Because 10 plus 10 would equal 20, and
Ah.
now the 3 that I just used was a 10, because I was starting at 7, so I saw that there's a 3 here, and then I just had to add another 10.
Okay, so a 3 adding on 10 to get to 20. So what is that all together? And I have 3, and then I need to add on 10 to get myself to 20. What is it? So if I have 7 already, you got yourself, you added on your 3 to get to 10, which is smart. I like that idea of getting to a landmark number like 10. That's great, right? And then you're like, well, now I just need another 10 more, right? So you had 3, and then you had another 10. So you had 3, and you added on another 10. So what do you get?
23?
Okay, let's try a different one. If I have 9, what do I need to get to 16? How'd you figure that out? So I saw you going like this: 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that was a countdown.
Yeah, until I got to 16.
Right. Okay. That's a great one. So let's go back to that. What do I go from 7 to get to 20? Let's just kind of go back there because you're so close. You're like right there, and you have some really good strategies like that, finding those landmark numbers, which I think is really important. So you have 7, and then you went like this: 8, 9, 10. So how many did you just add on to get to 10?
3.
Right. So now I'm at 10. I already added on 3. Now I need to get to 20. You told me all I have to add on is another 10 fingers. Put your 10 fingers up. Okay. So how much did we add on altogether?
3.
I have 3. How many do you have? How much is that altogether? It's, we don't have 23 fingers here. What do we have here? 13, right? You have 13 fingers up. So 7, if I add on these 13, I'm going to get to 20. You're like almost there. You like have some really good ideas in thinking about that. So that's a great goal for us to work on and trying to think about how we can use that really efficiently. So that's really great. Yay! I have a good goal with you. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
You know I love when I get those. Okay, so you're going to now tell me 2 numbers that go together to make a particular number, okay? Can you tell me 2 numbers that you can put together to make 17?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
First 10 and 7.
10 and 7, that's a great one.
Oh, are we doing subtracting on this one too?
What would you do if you did subtracting?
Well, I would do first 20 because that's above all the teams.
Mm-hmm.
20 and then I would subtract 2. That would give us 2.
So if you, I'm going to put this on a little line for you because we've used open number lines a lot. So if I'm on 20 and if I subtract 2, where am I going to get to? Yeah, right. How many would I have to subtract?
3.
Yeah, right, to get to 17. That's great. So now you showed me something you can do with subtraction. Can you think of another way to get it with adding to get to the number 17? 10 and 7 is a really good one. What would we do for 17? Another combination of numbers if we put them together.
I'm going to try a 9 this time.
Try a 9. Sure.
9 plus 18.
9 plus 18 would be 17.
Nope.
You're like, wait, look at your face. No. Well, 18's a pretty big number when you're trying to totally get to 17, right? It's actually one more.
Because we have 9, and then we're taking either adding the 18 to the 9 or subtracting the 9 to the 18. So it'd be like 9, but I'm adding 1 9 to the 18. It's about 6.
Okay, so you're doing some regrouping strategies and you're trying to think through that, which is really great. But the total amount I want to get to, honey pie, is 17. So if I added 9 and 18, can I possibly end up at 17?
Or you could do 9 plus 18, subtract 1.
What would be 9 plus 18? How would you solve that?
Look at mine in purple.
27.
If I subtract 1 from 27, what would I end up with? Would I still end up with 17, or would it be too much? right? Okay, you've done a lot of work thinking about that. Thank you. That was really interesting to talk about that with you. So now I'm just going to ask you some adding and subtracting of numbers, okay? So what is 2 plus 3? All right, good. What is 5 plus 4? I saw you going like this. What did you do when you did that? Counted on? So you started with which number? So you started with 5 and then you went 6, 9. Okay, good. So what is 9 plus 9? That sounds like a double, you know. What's 3 plus 3?
6.
There's another one. You wanted to do subtraction. What is 9 minus 6, or 9 take away 6?
Thank you for stopping that.
How'd you figure it out?
I started at 9 and subtracted.
What did it sound like when you did that? So you subtracted 6 away? Can you tell me what it sounded like? Because I couldn't hear it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, so you went 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. What is 8 take away 4? 6. Should I say it again? 8 take away 4?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Okay, so show me on your hands again how you did it, because it's behind your head.
8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay, so you went 8, you held it in your head, and you went 7, 6, 5, 4? Okay, cool. Okay, we already did the 9 plus 9. What's 10 plus 6? 13 take away 5. Why are you saying that? Oh, you have strategies. What would you do to solve that?
I have to hear.
Okay, so you used that same strategy where you went 13 and you held it and you went 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. What's 20 take away 6?
26.
20 take away 6.
Yeah, I actually did, because I actually took that item. I saw part of it.
14. So you went ahead and used that same strategy again where 20 was in your head, and then you went 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. With me. Double high five. Awesome work, Gianna. Thank you so much, honey pie.